Dario Broccolino, who is the State Attorney for Howard County, and myself announced publicly for the first time that we've entered into an agreement wherein that if there is a police use of force case in Montgomery County or an in-custody death case that occurs in Montgomery County, I will transfer it to Howard County for the purposes of prosecution, and he will do the same. The bottom line is what we are trying to do is consistent with the recommendations in the President's task force recommendation for policing in the 21st century. We are trying to build faith in the community about our ability to independently and fairly come to the resolution of matters that involve use of force by the police that end in death. Unfortunately, we live in a time when there's a lot of skepticism about the independence of the police and the ability of them to do this, and also skepticism towards prosecutors. So Mr. Broccolino and I agreed to this mutual exchange of cases, and our mutual hope is that it will help build in all segments of our community, particularly those sections of our community or segments of our community that don't have traditionally a lot of faith in the independence of how we work and bring these cases to justice, that they will realize that we're doing the very best we can in trying to independently and transparently investigate these cases. Last year, if we looked at the numbers, there would have been 2 cases coming. There were 2 cases where individuals died either as a result of use of force or in custody deaths in Howard County. That means I would have taken those 2 cases, and we had 2 as well. It would have been an even exchange. We are a somewhat larger county, so that, and even Mr. Broccolino acknowledged this today earlier, there's a distinct possibility he might get the wrong end of that deal. I mean, he might wind up getting more cases simply because we have a larger police department and a larger community. This may be an agreement uniquely between myself and Howard right now, but I am going to tell you, and Mr. Broccolino would say exactly the same thing, we are more than willing to take on other partners. And so I'm not trying to make an exclusive deal or a chummy deal with one jurisdiction. I think this should be done regionally across the entire state,